In today's show, the youngster whose AFL debut lasted barely an hour, and one of the most critical yes moments in Crows history. Hi, I'm Mark Bickley and welcome to the Optus Crows Show as we fly as one in 2021. But first, embarking on an AFL career is difficult enough for any young player, but the challenge becomes even more daunting when your opponents include names like Hawkins, Franklin and Kennedy. Jordon Butts, however, refuses to be intimidated by their reputations and has stood strong in defence. He's covered the loss of Daniel Talia with some outstanding performances.
Houston Dangerfield, and he's beaten him again. Butts taking the mark again.
It's been great. Yeah, definitely good to play every week and learn so much and about consistency and recovery and that sort of stuff. So yeah, definitely learning along the way and yeah, it's been great. Great to have a challenge each week. So getting used to taking the best key forward each week and gaining a lot of confidence each week. So yeah, it's all been going well.
Hammers it out of the middle again. Well read.
Yeah, obviously structurally, yeah, just learning to play my role and how I can benefit the team as well. Play around with recovering and also just that consistency, just to be able to perform each week. Yeah, it's very tough on the body and just getting your body right and getting up for each week. Hardest opponent, probably Matt Taberner, I reckon, from Fremantle. He's just a good contested mark. So I like to pride myself on my 1v1 contests and being able to outstrength my opponents. But yeah, he's been really good one-on-one and he protects the space well. So he's probably the hardest.
Taylor Walker, he's given this moment, and he takes it as arms rise around the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, it was unreal. It was good to see Tex kick the goal to put us in front. And I knew there was only so many seconds left, so just had to just dig in for that last whatever it was 30 odd seconds. So just to keep digging in, stay concentrated, be on your toes, and yeah, the sign went, and yeah, it was just a big sigh of relief. So.
All or nothing. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
What a find Jordon has been for the club. Another newcomer who's showing great promise is Mitch Hinge. The former Brisbane Lion came on as a medical sub in round one, but twice dislocated his shoulder in the win over Geelong. After surgery, Mitch has used his time in rehab to strengthen his body and stay positive about his future.
Rowan's got pace. Oh, Hinge has hurt himself.
Oh, he has.
Unhinged on the shoulder.
He popped his shoulder out there.
Yeah, just when he goes to tap the ball.
Oh, he gets the contact. The arm comes over from Rowan. Yeah.
I probably knew straight away that I was probably going to have to go down the surgery route. Which, yeah, it is very frustrating and kind of unfortunate, obviously, coming over. All I want to do is put my best foot out there and really try and kind of repay the faith to the club. But in saying that, there's a lot of silver linings that kind of have come with it. So obviously, I can kind of put myself in a good spot to really attack the next stage of my career in terms of on and off field stuff.
From Berry, Hinge.
Up to Brayshaw, run down. Hinge got him, holding the ball.
I did really enjoy my time in Brisbane. I made some really good relationships there as well. Coming back to family and friends, and also kind of a fresh start, a 2-year deal, which I hadn't actually had before. I mean, it was just super, super exciting. I couldn't wait to get started. And probably which amplifies how kind of disappointing things were at the start, but it probably has helped me a little bit being around the friends and around the family. It's a lot of progression with some TheraBand stuff and obviously in trying to integrate some really solid some weight stuff through there, the push and pull kind of mechanic, and really trying to build up a good solid fitness base. Now I'm able to run, so they say it's the fun part of the rehab, all the physios and things like that, but it'll be pretty tough, but no, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good getting back out there.
It's gonna get better, gonna get better.
As it turns out, Mitch made his AFL debut against Adelaide at the Gabba in 2019. Stay with us. After the break, we'll meet another youngster who's returned home to advance his career. Welcome back. It's taken 3 years, but Jacko Hately is finally at the club he had hoped would take him in the 2018 draft. Instead, he was picked up by the Giants and went on to play 13 games before joining the Crows at the end of last season. In this segment, delivered by Thomas Farms, Jackson talks to Brodie Smith about his other sporting passions.
This week we're joined by Jacko Hately. Jacko, thanks for joining us. Firstly, congrats. The inaugural NBA Fantasy Championship winner here at the Crows, so
yep.
Well done, mate.
No, thanks to the Commissioner and all the other competitors. Commissioner Smith, by the way, he ran a great show and boys got it done.
Obviously, big fan of American sports.
Yeah, absolutely. I love my NFL as well, in college when that's going, so try to keep across it.
How have you found the move, obviously coming back home and over to the Crowies?
Yeah, no, I've loved it. Yeah, all the boys here have been great. There's a lot of great older boys such as yourself and Rory and Tex to learn off, but the young guys we have as well are really driving the group, and I've loved becoming part of that and trying to keep pushing us forward, and then being close to the family is always good as well. So I'm loving being back here.
Anything surprised you about the footy club or a particular player? Tex will probably surprised a few, or someone that's looked after you at the footy club.
I think the club in general, the thing I noticed the most when I first got here was just how hard the group worked. That was straight away when I came in and did some of these off-season sessions. That was really noticeable. Obviously, getting to know Tex, he's a good unit, but he's a bit of a different unit sometimes. I could rattle off a long list of names.
And how have you found Adelaide Oval and the Crows fans?
Oh, they're unbelievable. Yeah, they're amazing fans and probably the best fans in the comp. So I look forward to them, continuing to support us along our journey, and hopefully we have some success for them going forward.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us, Jacko.
Thanks for having us, Smithers.
Jackson admits basketball was his favourite sport until he was 16. Now, each week on the Crows Show this season, we're revisiting a memorable Crows comeback, and Sean Wren's return from a crippling knee injury was big news in early '97. 12 months earlier, he had ruptured his ACL against Geelong. When he pulled on the Guernsey again, it was against the undefeated Bulldogs in Melbourne, where the Crows hadn't won for 2 years.
His training was sensational under competitive conditions, and it didn't surprise me that he played as well as what he's done today.
Sean's performance that day helped the team upset the Dogs at Princess Park by 50 points, ultimately leading to premiership success that year and the next. What a player he was, the best big man I ever played with. Now, when the history of the Adelaide Football Club is written, the name John Reid will feature prominently. He joined in 1995 as football operations manager and helped steer the Crows to back-to-back premierships. Thanks to Optus, Sam Jacobs questions Reedy about the critical moment Malcolm Blight said yes when he asked him to coach.
Hello Crows fans, I'm here with life member and former footy operations manager John Reid. Reedy, thanks for joining us and sharing your moment at the start of the yes. How did the job come about of you coming to work for the club back in 1995?
Well, I think the club didn't have a general manager of footy ops then, Sam. They sort of had a couple of people doing different roles. So Billy Sanders asked me to put in for the job. Did the interview process and took over, which was really a new role, general manager of footy ops.
Yep.
And that was really running and setting up a proper footy department, and that's how it all started.
Yeah. Obviously when you come in 95, it was late 1995 and you had success by 97. There was a big appointment you made that obviously changed the course of the Adelaide Football Club, bringing Blighty on board. That's obviously something you look back on as one of your biggest memories.
Malcolm and I have been mates for a lot of years. I'd spoken with Bill and Bob, Billy Sanders and Bob Hammond, and we were looking for a new coach. And I went to Melbourne and we spoke, Malcolm and I spoke, and he eventually said, yeah, let's talk about it. And Bill and Bob and myself, we were able to get him on board, which was turned out to be, stroke of genius.
Now, obviously there, the pinnacle is winning premierships. What are some other, fond memories you've had from your time, being at the club?
Well, I think it's with most people in footy clubs, it's the people and the players. Some terrific young blokes that you see come into your footy club, pretty raw.
Yep.
And then you see them grow into fine adults and make a success of whatever they do.
Yep.
So that was always, to me, one of the best parts.
Beautiful, awesome, Reedy. Thanks very much, mate, for joining us
My
and
pleasure,
sharing your moment at the start of the Yes. Thank
No
you.
worries, mate. Good
Cheers.
to see you.
Of course, the Reed name is still with us today. John's son Justin is the Crows list manager, responsible for recruitment and helping rebuild the club. When we return, we'll look a little closer at how that's all going. The absence through injury of several experienced players has fast-tracked the development of young recruits. Already, 7 have made their AFL debut this season, some much earlier than expected. Naturally, their form will fluctuate from week to week, both at the elite level and in the sandful. But as we saw against Melbourne, they give fans great hope for the future.
Still with some defending to do here at the Redlegs, jamming it onto the boot very quickly, and is a goal.
So far it's been really good. I've been really impressed with the way that the boys have gone about it. Obviously the win-loss isn't the right end of the ledger, but the reality is that we're in a development phase as well with a lot of our younger players, but we've had some good days and some not so good days, but every day is a learning one, and yeah, they've bought into the program, and obviously with the AFL team having a good win on the weekend, it certainly makes them strive to be in that side.
Reedy did well, rode the tackle, now picks himself up, fires toward goal, got the carry, has it got the carry? It has!
First and foremost is to be a competitor, unconditional competition, so we need to compete no matter what the stage of the game is, who you're playing, what weather, what ground, it doesn't matter, so we compete, that's number one. And then number two is we're just trying to build a winning culture, so we've had our struggles in that space in the sample, but that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to win, so we're trying to educate them to play the Adelaide Crows way, so the way Nixie's educating our team to play, so that when they do get their opportunity to play AFL, that they're ready. Dave brings a lot to our club, not only on field but off field. He's an ultimate professional. So when he spoke to the players the other day, the 1 to 3 years, is all about being a professional. How do you do that week in, week out? It's a very demanding job, there's no doubt, physically and mentally. A lot of these guys are 18, 19 years of age, and they're thrust into an environment which is pretty demanding. So Dave was just there to give them the tools on how to work their way through that, because probably no one's done it as good as him for a long time. So for him to give that experience and them to listen and to have him training and playing alongside them is really important too.
The lads are in good hands with the club's development coaches. Now, you can support the club and join the Crows family for just $25 with the new We Fly as One Plus membership. You'll receive a $50 Crowmania voucher, exclusive member email communications and special offers, plus 10% discount at Crowmania. Join now at crowsmembership.com.au. Since 2008, Toyota has helped thousands of grassroots footy clubs raise over $7 million with the Toyota Good for Footy raffle. Clubs keep 100% of the proceeds to spend on upgrading facilities or new equipment, as well as Guernseys and balls. There are some amazing prizes to win, including 3 brand new Toyotas. So make sure your club signs up at toyota.com.au. Let's check in with the Kilburn Footy Club on the benefits of their success with the Toyota Good for Footy raffle.
My name's Danny Ryan from Kilburn Footy Club, and I'm the current football director and under-8 junior coach. The Kilburn Footy Club is really important in our local community because we have a wide demographics of new Australians, and it's a real good chance for them to integrate and introduce them to Australian rules football.
Hi, my name's Taylor Lee. I play for Kilburn Women's Division League, and this is my son Xavier Lee. He plays in the under 7s. To me, Kilburn was a new beginning. It was a new start. They were very welcoming and opening. I came out here after having a bad time myself. It provides somewhere for people to go when they want to feel accepted. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are, where you come from, what life you've been in. You're welcomed here and you're not made to feel bad for any bad decisions you make. As a person, everyone just is very open and welcoming.
I'm Roman Headland. I play A-grade footy at Kilburn Football Club. Everyone supports each other. Just the way they act around each other on and off the field is just good. So it's like a club and a family.
Last year in the Toyota Good for Footy raffle, we were fortunate enough to raise close to $4,000. All the funds raised were used for the junior program. It was a brand new program, first time under 7s, under 8s, and we were able to buy them new jumpers, shorts and socks for this coming season, so it was really good. So we were able to advertise the raffle last year prominently through social media, and we put some posters up around the club and in local businesses, and we got a lot of support that way.
Support your local club by buying a $5 raffle ticket. Search Toyota Good for Footy raffle. Okay, coming up next, the coach rates the form of a Crows youngster. And one fan tells us why she can't forget this moment.
Adelaide are in the grand final.
There are moments in every season that fans can never forget. This year, we've gone to social media to find members who want to recall their favourite memories. And for Pauline, they don't come much better than the preliminary final against Geelong in 2017. Thanks to Bendigo Bank, she takes us through the highlights of one of the club's great wins.
My name is Pauline Sporovich and I've been in the Crows Club for 13 years. Favourite one was the preliminary final against Geelong when Charlie Cameron got the goal within a minute or so.
Just Cameron first goal of the prelim.
And then Eddie Betts come in with the second.
Around the clearances will be Eddie Betts. Oh yeah, how's this? Can you believe this?
Everyone was cheering and carrying on, and then in the second quarter it was when Sloane collided with Dangerfield.
Good looking ball, Dangerfield.
We just all exploded. I was nervous right to the end. It wasn't till 5 minutes into the last quarter Jenkins got a goal, sort of sealed it then.
Jenkins kicks the goal. Jenkins mops it up.
But I thought, yes, I think we've got it.
Adelaide are in the grand final.
I was just flabbergasted. I just couldn't do anything for a while, and then next minute I started cheering. We were jumping and hugging each other. It was marvellous. And to go to the grand final, it was just magnificent.
What a game that was. Time now to find our Toyota Crow in the crowd. Looking, let's settle on you. If you recognise yourself, email faceinthecrowd@afc.com.au with photo ID to claim your prize. And you're certainly in luck. 2 tickets to Toyota's exclusive Hilux Hill Unbreakable Zone at Adelaide Oval. Terms and conditions apply, so check out our website for details. Each week this season, Matthew Nix joins us to answer a fan's question. Today, Henry wants to know what the coach thinks about Riley Thilthorpe's first few AFL games.
Yeah, thanks for the question, Henry. Riley, what a great pickup for the football club. To get him so early in the draft, he's obviously got some amazing talent when it comes to the ability on field. Probably more importantly than that, he's a fantastic character off field. He's settled straight into our group. We love the way he behaves. He's the ultimate professional. So his first game in was probably one of the best debuts I've seen. I think he went for his marks. He worked up and down the ground. But the most important part of it was he recovered from what was a pretty shaky start. So it's been a good start to his career. He's still got a lot to work on. He knows that. I look forward to seeing what he's going to bring in future years.
That just about wraps up the Optus Crows Show. Remember, you can keep up with all the latest news on @TheCrows on Twitter and check out the club's social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for your company today. I look forward to joining you again next Saturday at 1 o'clock on 7. Bye for now.